Hello guys, today I'm doing a track guide around Le Mans and Le Mans Ultimate in the Aston Martin Valkyrie hypercar, and I hope this video is going to help you. Please leave a like and subscribe. You can also try out the setup, it's down below in the description, so maybe it's going to help you as well. And now, yeah, let's get into it and get faster. So we are now on Le Mans in the Aston Valkyrie, and yeah, we are on the start finishing line. Go completely to the right side and then open up and go to the outside. The reason for this is you can now easily brake in a straight line for the first chicane. Brake before the white line immediately after having the car pointing straight. Brake as straight as possible for no lockups on the tire, and downshift into second gear. On the apex, don't turn in too early, otherwise you will end up going too wide, and that's not good for the next corner. Try to go over the sausage curbs and stay with the right tires on the track. Position the car on the middle of the track. During the corner you have to rotate the car with the throttle, and yeah, try and go over the sausage curb and have a clean exit. Now coming down, brake a little bit before the bright part of the grass on the right. Get into third gear and trail brake into that corner a bit, and don't go over the curb on the inside as it will unsettle the car. Then go early on the throttle, but try to have a good exit, because over the crest you can have a lot of oversteer, so just take the curb on the inside and have a clean exit. So this corner is really crucial. Go onto the left curb and brake for a split second. Get into fifth gear and start applying the throttle before the curb, so you have a good run onto the straight. So now on the straight, try and stay on the left side. Never use the middle of the track, as the car will touch the ground there and you will lose top speed. The Aston is really quick, you're doing around 341, 342. You can also try my setup, it's down below in the description. Now coming into the chicane. Brake hard after the bump and stay on the left side as long as possible. Downshift into third gear and use the inside curb. Don't go too much over it because it's really bumpy. Then on the left, downshift into second gear and go over the curb. In some cars you want to stay on the curb as they are lower than the Aston. Upshift into third gear and don't run too wide, as you want to have a good exit onto the straight. Now onto the next straight, try and stay onto the right side and not on the middle. As I said before, the Aston is a car which is not touching the ground that much, so you can really attack those curbs in this car, especially on the chicanes. So now coming to the next chicane, use all the track and start braking a bit before the 100-meter board. Downshift into third gear and go over the inside curb there. Try and stay on the left side as much as possible, so you can have a good momentum through that corner and also have a good exit for the straight. Downshift into second gear and go over that curb again. And on the exit, while you start applying the throttle, go into third gear and have a clean exit. Now on the next long straight, go onto the right inside and then onto the left for the next corner. Now approaching Mulsanne curve. Brake before the black stripe on the right and try to stay with the right tire between the two stripes, that's my reference. And downshift into first gear and cut a lot of the corner there on the inside. Upshift into second gear and have a clean exit. And avoid going over the curb on the asphalt on the left, because in some cars you will touch it like with the ground and you will have a bad exit. For this straight, just use the track and yeah, just don't stay on the middle. Now coming to Indianapolis, go all the way to the left side and go off the throttle after turning in, and don't go over the curb on the right. Brake immediately after the car is pointing straight, maybe even before a bit. Downshift into second gear and try to use the inside curb a bit. On the exit, go on the throttle, but avoid going into the gravel as it will slow a lot down. Now coming to Arnage, brake before the Goodyear board on the left. Don't use 100% braking as the car doesn't have a lot of downforce right now. Downshift into first gear and use the inside curb, and then upshift into second gear and don't run too wide there. Now approaching the Porsche curves, stay on the left side and brake at the AstroTurf. Downshift into 6th gear and then into 5th gear while trail braking a bit into the corner. Go on the curb a bit and use all the grip that the car has. Don't run too wide to the left as there is an upcoming corner. Now use the curb a bit but don't do it too much, otherwise you will spin out. Shift into 6th gear and run onto the outside curb. For this corner, go off the throttle and turn in the car and downshift into 5th gear. Try and clip a bit of that curb and stay on the left side as much as possible. Again, don't use too much curb as you will otherwise spin. And after making the direction change into the next corner, go a bit off the throttle. Don't use the curb on the inside as it's higher than the curbs before, but always try to stay on the inside. Downshift as well into 4th gear as soon as possible for engine braking. And after the curb ends, start applying throttle, because you can rotate the car with it and you will stay on the right side. Then for the left hander, upshift into 5th gear, turn in, that you will go over the curb right between the sausage curb and go a bit off the throttle while going through that corner. Don't run too wide here as you can get an off track really easily. It happens so often, honestly. And then for the second last chicane, use a bit of the pit lane entry and brake before the white pointed stripes in the end. Downshift into 3rd gear and use a lot of curb here. While going over the left curb, start applying a bit of brake again, so you can slow the car down for the right curb and for the upcoming chicane as well. Go completely over that right curb as well. Now approaching the last chicane, start braking before the curb and try to not overshoot the corner. Downshift into 2nd gear, use all of the inside curb as much as possible. Now the direction change, don't go over the sausage curb with a hypercar and have a good exit. Don't run too wide into the gravel as it will again slow you down. And that was a lap around Le Mans in the Aston Valkyrie. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment and also subscribe. That would be really helpful, and let me know what track I should do next. And yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.